I want to preface this video by saying I do not endorse any candidate, nor that I, want you to vote for the candidate I vote for. That is completely up to you. But in lieu of Trump's numbers going up, especially with the betting odds, I've been giving my fair share of criticism to Democrats, but I'm very excited now that I get to criticize Republicans, especially Donald Trump, really analyzing, his path to the White House and potentially his path to the White House a second time. Um, really, things that I've noticed firsthand of how he campaigns, and why, to me, I feel like it's a problem and it's something we need less of. First of all, being unapologetic and, not being unapologetic, not necessarily about his thoughts and opinions, but unapologetic when you make a genuine mistake. It was typically cordial and political thought to, if you make a mistake, own up to it. But Donald Trump doesn't do that at all. Um, you know, with the whole Access Hollywood thing, with the Central Park Five, where he took out an ad in the newspaper about those 5 African American Latino boys. You can read more about that. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. But all these things, all these mess ups, these fuck ups that Trump was responsible for, his mishandling of the pandemic, his, incited insurrection on January 6th, all of these are mistakes. All of these are imperative, inherent mistakes. But, instead of, at least taking it back, I'm not saying, necessarily say sorry all the time when you get called out, but if there is empirical evidence against your case, at least explaining yourself would, be a start. But, he fails to do that. And, what he'll do is just double down on his position, say, these are fake news media, these people don't like me, they're out against you. These are cult-like tendencies, which is just not what we need in politics right now. So yeah, one, never, ever, ever say sorry. For whatever reason, the way he was taught, maybe he got it from his dad or his mentor. Never apologize for anything. Always point the finger back at the other person. For some reason that allows him to get more votes. But I disagree with it, and I think that's not a good thing. Number two, um, favoritism. He rewards people who like him. He rewards people who love him, adore him, and think he's the best. But as soon as you criticize him, he will go on the attack. And that kind of bridges to the idea of the dehumanizing thing. I agree, there is a terrible, terrible immigration problem in this country. But, these people are just like you and me. They want they want a good shot at life. They want successful families. They want a good job, a well-paying job. They want to pursue their careers, their passions. These are real people. They are not statistics. So, repeating over and over again, and we'll touch base with that a little later, but, these people are from mental institutions, insane asylums. They want nothing good. Most of these people, the crime rate for immigrants, illegal immigrants, is lower than the crime rate for citizens. I watched a couple videos of journalists going to the southern border. There is a problem. I 100% agree there is a problem. But the fact that we have to dehumanize these people to address the issue is not good. And he doesn't just dehumanize these people, he dehumanizes his opponents. Blind Kamala, Comrade Kamala, Sleepy Biden, Sleepy Joe, Pocahontas, all these sort of things. It's immature, and I get it. It makes for good media. It's funny, but is it going to solve your end goal of quote unquote unity or quote unquote common sense that Trump likes to brand his platform as? I'd be hard pressed to agree. Third thing that Trump just loves to do is repeat, repeat, repeat. In my psychology class, we learned about the mere exposure effect, that the more you are presented with a stimulus, the more likely you are to accept it, like it, believe it. So that is all Trump has done. There are 3 things that people see Trump has a better grasp on. That's inflation, that's the economy, and that's also the border. So those three things that the United States, the majority of Americans think that Trump has a better grasp on. So Trump takes those three things and he runs with it like hell. Repeats the same thing. These people are from mental institutions, insane asylums. They're criminals. They're rapists. They're all these sort of things. And eventually, people will start to believe it. I'm not saying that all these illegal immigrants are not criminals and they're the best people in the world. I'm not saying that, but to make such a generalization and to repeat and run with it is not doing anybody a service. So those are the three things I think that Trump does, and unfortunately, in this case, makes him more successful, and that is repeat, repeat, repeat. Dehumanize those who disagree with you, and praise and love and affectionately refer to your friends, and never, ever say sorry. Those three things I see in the Trump campaign that he constantly does and will continue to do. And if the American people see that as something they like, then so be it. I'm not going to stop you from voting for him. But like I said at the very beginning, and I will reiterate, I do not, just because I criticize one party does not mean I'm accepting the other party with open arms. There's this, I don't believe in the idea of like, I'm a right winger, I'm a left winger, or even I'm a centrist. People have their beliefs, and that's okay. They have their ideas, and that's okay. We can all agree on certain things like hate speech, bullying, singling out prejudice. These things are bad. But when you talk about more nuanced opinions, I'm not going to dehumanize you because you share a disagreeing opinion, and I would hope that you do the same. So, yeah. Those of you who think you will be the president or any position, it's a double-edged sword, the art of the Trump, the Trumpism, the Trump 101, Three things that will not, in my opinion, make the country better off in the future, in the long term, but for whatever reason, you will see political gain from it, so it's up to you if you want to bite that bullet. With that being said, I hope you enjoy your day. If you vote for Kamala Harris, that's fine. If you vote for Donald Trump, that's fine. I don't really care. I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.